Hi, and welcome to Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading is the monthly reading for all of the signs for the month of March 2022. For the reading, I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread and pulling an oracle card from the Soul's Journey deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. For new viewers, welcome. I hope that you enjoy the reading. If you do, please give the video a like, maybe think about subscribing. That definitely helps my channel. For those of you who have been with me for a while, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me still. I do hope that everybody is doing well this month, and just would like to send prayers and thoughts and strength to the people of Ukraine. So I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in a second for the reading. Hi there, Pisces. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. I have been shuffling off camera, but I will give the deck a few more shuffles. Here, what are the messages for Pisces for the month of March? What does Pisces need to know? Messages for Pisces. One card already flipped out. So we have at the center of your spread the Seven of Cups. One last shuffle. And don't forget, stick around until the end of the reading, because I'll be doing the 3-card yes or no spread, okay, where you get to think of a question, and then I will pick 3 cards and you'll get an answer to your question, okay? All right, so 7 of Cups crossed by the 6 of Swords. In the deep past, you have the Ace of Cups. Recent past, you have the Queen of Swords. Crowning your reading, you have the 4 of Swords. Near future, the King of Swords. You appear as the 8 of Wands. Surrounding you in your environment, 9 of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, Page of Cups. And outbound energy, the 10 of Swords. Now, I know, 10 of Swords is not the best of, here, I'm going to pull the next card, which is the 10 of Pentacles. We'll take that on the 10 of Swords. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, there's so many swords. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half of your spread is made up of swords energy. So there is a lot of thinking, of contemplating, maybe communication going on this month. But very much, in your mind, and you're contemplating things, going over and over things. You have, as your overall energy, you have the 8 of Swords, which, if you look at the card itself, I mean, it's a difficult energy, right? The woman, she's blindfolded, she's imprisoned, but I mean, she could, if she wanted to, get out of that situation, right? She thinks that for whatever reason she's stuck. She thinks that she's incapable of getting out of that situation, but all she has to do is remove the blindfold, and then she could easily walk through the swords here. So, it is just in your mind, with it being the Suit of Swords. It's cerebral energy, right? It's our thoughts. It's how we communicate, get those thoughts across to other people. So thinking that you're stuck, thinking that you're trapped, but it is just in your mind, right? There is a way out. But it sits as the overall energy for the month. So you're feeling stuck, but there's movement here. I mean, center of your spread, you have 7 of Cups crossed by the 6 of Swords, which is, there's a need to focus your energies here, because the 7 of Cups is a very scattered energy, right? It's kind of looking at all of the different cups here and, not being able to pick one. It's thinking that, oh, this one might be nice, or that one might be nice. Sometimes in like a relationship reading, the 7 of Cups might show up if you're on a lot of dating sites, and you're talking to lots of different people, and each person sort of has their own qualities that you find attractive, right? But until you actually pick that one person to go out on a date with, or to make things a bit more serious with, it's all just up in the air, right? There's nothing tangible. Same thing if it's more on the career front, right? If you're looking on the job boards and you're thinking, oh, well, that job might be nice, I could maybe do that job, until you actually pick one of the jobs, submit your application, try to get an interview, go for an interview, it's not going to turn into anything real or concrete. So there's a need to focus. It's a very scattered energy card, and what could help or hinder this is this Six of Swords, which is moving, it's movement, it's moving on, it's leaving behind a difficult situation, heading into a better situation, calmer waters, right? Usually this card will have a woman being rowed away in a rowboat, moving out of choppy waters, heading into calm waters. So, it's one of the two transition cards in the tarot, the Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. They both represent moving on, or transitioning, which doesn't happen overnight, right? And when you begin this transitioning out of one into another, there is this period of you haven't quite left the one, you haven't quite moved into the other, which could explain, this Eight of Swords, thinking that, or feeling trapped, just like you're ready to move on. This could be you, surveying all of the jobs out there. You've been applying for lots of different jobs. But for whatever reason, you're feeling stuck. Now, deep past, you have an offer with this Ace of Cups. Could be romantic in nature, could be a job offer. With it being the Suit of Cups, it's water energy, so you might be dealing with water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it's that offer of love. It can represent like the beginning phases of a relationship. It can be news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. If it isn't on the love front, it's a new offer or a new job, a new opportunity that brings you great joy and happiness, right? And it leads to the recent past with this Queen of Swords. She's very direct. If there's anybody who can make a decision, and certainly who could get you out of that Eight of Swords mentality, is the Queen of Swords. She's holding the sword of truth, right? There's all of the butterflies representing change, metamorphosis, growth, new cycles. And she's been through a lot in life. As the queen of her suit, she has, she's experienced a lot. She's very wise. She has good advice to give as well. She's good at communicating. Might be dealing with an older air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, I think that this person, I feel that this is a person more. And you actually have both. You have the King and the Queen of Swords showing up. Could be a couple. Might be you with either this King or Queen of Swords. But both of them, they provide good counsel. This King of Swords can show up when you are actually seeking counsel. So going to a lawyer, seeking legal advice, or seeking counsel from another person, right? Because they're very good at communicating, at coming up with plans, getting those, plans across to other people. But crowning you, the Four of Swords, it's a card of rest, recuperation, taking time out to recover, whether this is, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. It's, retreating and giving yourself this time to heal. You might have been considering, sort of considering this new offer, or taking this time out to sort of figure out how you're going to get yourself out of this Eight of Swords mentality. But you show up here as this fast-moving Eight of Wands. This is, it's change coming in. It's the card of change is in the air, and it's very fast-paced. This can be communication, like communicating back and forth, text messaging, emails. It's like that quick, news flying through the air. It can also be travel by air. So another card that represents movement. But it's, it's usually good news coming in. And it is another 8. So this could be, you know, the good news coming in to get you out of this 8 of Swords mentality as well. And, you know, others are viewing you, or what you have going on around you, is the 9 of Pentacles. So, you know, there is this focus on, like, the work that you do, your finances. This is oftentimes referred to as like the bachelor or bachelorette card, because, you know, this person has worked long and hard for the type of life that they have here. So, you know, they don't depend on anybody else. They don't need anybody, right? They work hard. They have this very good life. So there's news coming in, you know, surrounding or to do with this, you know, could be this job offer or just an offer that makes you happy. And I feel like it's going to come in quickly for you, right? You might have to act quickly. It's coming in quickly. And you're hoping for, again, the Page of Cups is very similar to the Ace of Cups in that, you know, it can be news of a pregnancy, can be news of birth of a child, can be news of this new relationship. So similar to the Ace of Cups. And so you could be hoping for this news, you know, about any one of those things, right? That's what you're hoping to have start up. And moving into the next month, we have 2 10s here. So the card that came out originally, the 10 of Swords, obviously you can see it's not the greatest of energies, right? The woman is on the ground. She's stabbed in the back, 10 swords in her back. But I always say, you know, I like seeing the 10 of Swords because this is the worst of the situation, right? And it does represent an ending. 10s in the tarot, they speak of endings, and then what comes in is the Ace of Swords, which is, you know, blessing from the universe, brand new cycle, brand new beginning. So there's a particularly difficult cycle coming to an end, but it's like almost simultaneously, you know, there's progression from this 8 of Pentacles all the way to the 10. So this is like the generational type of wealth. It's, you know, there's a lot of financial abundance. You can see there's this beautiful castle in the background. So there's, you know, it can have to do with an inheritance, inheriting property. It can be just financial abundance. And so there is this kind of painful ending. And it could have to do with like not knowing or trying to get out of, you know, if this is, you're already working at a place, you have a contract, trying to figure out how to get out of the contract. There's some type of dilemma, but it's like, it's almost simultaneous, you know, it's like somebody snaps their fingers and you're just going to leave behind that difficult one and then move into this new, you know, this new one that is going to be very, very prosperous. I think it's going to bring a great deal of abundance into your life. Let's go ahead and get you an additional message here from the Soul's Journey deck. So one additional message for Pisces. What else does Pisces need to know? One additional message for Pisces. Okay, we'll do one last shuffle. Divide the deck. Change. Yeah, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. That's perfect, right? We have this change. We have the transitioning here where there is change coming in. We have this fast pace. Even the colors are very similar on these 2 cards, right? With all the oranges. So change is coming in. Let me read a little bit of the change card. So we have, it says, there is a certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises. The status quo has an appeal, but you can never learn or grow if your circumstances are the same. Everybody wants life to be better, but that requires change. You have chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities. Stop viewing change as good or bad, because all change nourishes your soul. That's interesting. With change comes transformation, and with transformation comes evolution. Yeah, so there is, And this Eight of Swords, I mean, this could also have to do with, you know, this feeling stuck, wanting change, or maybe fearing change, right? There's definitely change coming in for you. I mean, that's very clear in the reading. So looks very positive. Let's move on to the last part of the reading, which is going to be the yes or no portion. Okay, so while I'm shuffling, I'd like you to go ahead and formulate a question. So whatever you'd like an answer to. Okay, so look for yes or no answers for Pisces. Okay, I will be picking 3 cards. All right, so this is your card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Okay, if you went with card number 1, that is the 3 of emotions, the 3 of cups. That will be a yes card. The 3 of cups can also represent like celebrating a pregnancy, birth of a child. So that's coming up again. Celebrating an engagement, a marriage. It can be simple as, you know, getting together with friends, family, going out, meeting up for a coffee or a drink, or, you know, it can be that as simple as that, or it can be as significant as, you know, a wedding reception, or, you know, a larger celebration. But it's a positive card. So yes, if you picked card number 1. If you went with card number 2, we have Major Arcana number 17, the Star. So this is a big yes. The Star is, you know, it's wish fulfillment, wish upon a star, have all of your wishes come true. It's associated with the sign of Aquarius. It's also a card of healing. And you did have the 4 of Swords there, which is healing. Card of healing and wish fulfillment. So yes, if you went with card 2. And if you went with card number 3, this is the 7 of emotions, which is a repeater card. That's the card that's at the center of your spread, the 7 of cups. So, you know, I'd say this is a maybe. I won't give it a definite yes, only because there's a need to choose with this card, right? So a need to make a decision. So once a decision has been made, then, you know, could possibly turn into a yes. But for right now, we'll go with maybe. Okay, so again, yes for card 1, yes for card 2, and a maybe for card 3. All right, well, I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of March. Bye for now.